Slight MMA, welcome back. Today I'm going to be breaking down some of the new fight announcements that's been called. As you see, I made the 2026 worst year in UFC history. Right after I did that, they actually announced some pretty decent fights, so I'm going to be going through some of those. Of course, we have the Holloway fight coming up this weekend. Josh Emmett, banger fight. That was a joke. This whole card sucks. This is a terrible card. I already talked about it, but yeah, nothing. No interest on even watching that probably. So Apex card, get it through, and then we got the London event, which could be a lot better. These two guys is the fight that needed to be booked a minute ago, so it's good that they're finally doing it. Luke Riley in the co-main event, I guess, and then they have Michael Page, Michael Page versus Sam Patterson, back at welterweight. Even though he just beat Jared Cannonier at middleweight, he probably would have been ranked in the top. I mean, let's look at the middleweight rankings real quick, because I would not be surprised. He should have been in the top 10. So middleweight, yeah, he beat Jared Cannonier, so he would have been in the top 10 in middleweight. I don't understand why they couldn't book a fight for him. I know him and Izzy probably don't want to fight. But I'm even like, I don't know. Maybe a Gregory Rodriguez, that would have been better than pairing these two back to fight again. Bruno Ferreira and RoboCop fight this weekend. Maybe a Michael Page could have fit in between those, but yeah, we got him fighting Sam Patterson. Delitze, Fraud Litze, he'll probably lose. Curtis Campbell, this would be a fun fight. He's a very marketable guy. Put $1,000 on Curtis Campbell to win. He should make pretty easy work of Danny Silva. Okay, but next we have the Adesanya Pyfer banger. This whole card's pretty decent. I'm, pretty surprised that they're headlining it. I feel like they could be like a featured fight on a numbered event, but not going to complain. 5-round fight between these two. I think Izzy is just, I think he's due. I don't think he's going to lose 4 in a row. Joe's a tough guy. Joe body bags. But he doesn't, I don't know if he has great wins versus strikers like that. He's Gaslam. Yeah, this is probably his best striking win, is versus Kevin Gaslam, the Blob. But it could be, this is definitely a trap fight for Izzy. Joe's hot right now. He's on a 4-fight win streak or something. But yeah, body bags. This is a very good fight. I think Izzy could style on him more. I could definitely see him winning a decision. We need this guy to win, because middleweight's pretty weird right now, and it'd be great to see him back in the mix with things. Then moving on, we got Vladimir Walker, Mr. Heel Hook. I'm surprised they're not giving him a big jump in the rankings like they are with like Josh Hokett. We see that he's fighting Curtis Blades. I'll talk about that card in a minute. Banger card. But I'm surprised that he didn't really get like the Curtis Blades fight. I think he's coming off like all submission wins. Yeah. All heel hooks. That's probably why. Yeah, beat Junior Tafa. Boring. Yeah, Sutherland wasn't really anything special either. This will be a good fight. Definitely, I'll take him by submission. I'm sure he'll crank the heels. Yeah, once you get out of the top 5 in heavyweight, they're kind of just fat fucks. So, Marcin Tybura. It's going to be an interesting fight. I could see both guys getting gassed out easily, as most heavyweights go, but Yeah, pretty good. Got Bruno Lopez, Terrence McKinney, Chase Hooper, Michael Chiesa. Yeah, some good cards. I'll definitely make a video going over this. But yeah, UFC Fight Night, Seattle. This is where we start seeing light. We get rid of this card, get through this card, damn near get through this card. There's not much great on it besides these two. And then Moicano Duncan, zero reason that they are hosting a fight night. Moicano's coming off a loss. Duncan's coming off a win, probably versus, who would he beat? Terrence McKinney. Yeah, and wasn't it a UD? Oh, he submitted McKinney. I definitely took McKinney for that fight, so it's tough. But Chris Duncan, Moicano, they're teammates. Yeah, I'm not going to complain too much because we already know this is dog shit. Ethan Ewing? What? He's the co-main event? This is the guy that just beat Michael Wellmaker. Very surprised. Win. Huge underdog. But I guess he's pretty scrappy. I won by decision. I don't even like. He just had better peppered shots, and he took down Wellmaker a couple times, which gave him the win. But it's insane to have him on a co-main event for this. I mean, and Verna literally fought for the belt last fight, and it looks like she's on the prelims of this fight night. So that's insane to me. Don't know what we're doing right here, but I'm done talking about this card because it's pissing me off. Up next, we got Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. Give me Yuri by Katana pierced the heart of Ulberg. Samurai Yuri is back. It's going to be a beautiful fight from him. This is a trap fight though. Ulberg, big guy. I see people are taking him. He's not knocking out Yuri, and he's not winning 5 rounds on Yuri. So I could see him getting into trouble in the later rounds and probably getting a TKO. Yeah. He's got a lot of first round submissions. He's never, I don't think, been to those championship rounds. I think his only 5-round fight that was booked was him versus Dominic Reyes, and that obviously didn't make it to the 5 rounds. But Yuri's not going out like Dominic Reyes. His chin is potentially the best. I don't know if he can get put out. He's potentially mentally handicapped, goofy guy. Let's go for that. Yes, I saw he come at me, and I use warrior spirit, and it was necessary. Let's go for that. So we're gonna hear a lot of that. Cannot wait to hear Yuri post fight, and he's gonna want the Alex Pereira fight when he's up to heavyweight. We're going to get that one day. Yuri is going to get his revenge. So yeah, Yuri Prochazka, I like him right here. Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira, another banger fight. I heard that Manel Cap was offered this fight, and he said no. I don't know why that's the case, but this is a definitely more winnable fight for Joshua Van. Taira has shit striking. He's a great wrestler, and this guy has great wrestling defense. I really wish we could have saw the Alexander Pantoja fight play out, but obviously we didn't. If we could have seen Josh Van, his takedown defense versus him, then I would definitely be able to pick Joshua Van more confidently. But I still am going to do it. Joshua Van, just a better striker, more entertaining guy. And yeah, this Tyrod literally has just shit striking. He's not going to be able to go with these exchanges, and I don't see Josh getting held down for 5 rounds by this cat. So we'll make another prediction for this whole card, but just quick, give me Josh Van. Beneil Dariush, Manuel Torres. I'm not going to talk about this too much. Dariush is probably going to die in the first round. Torres is just coming off some nice wins. He knocked out Drew Dober. Mendes knocked him out, but I don't see. That's the thing. People say that Torres is gonna just kill Dariush, and he's coming off 2 good wins, 2 first-round knockouts. But Mendes chinned him, and Beneil Dariush, like, he's just one of those guys. Like, I get he got chinned by BSD, but this old fuck is just he's another one of those gatekeepers. And Manuel Torres is hot. He's coming off 2 fight win, 2 first round knockouts. Same height, but I mean, we'll see. I kind of like Beneil Dariush. I feel he's gonna be a huge underdog. Yeah, I'm not picking my pick right now. Manuel Torres, everyone's saying that he's gonna slime out Beneil, which he probably will, but I can see him just coming off better, especially after an embarrassing loss to BSD like that. I think he's just gonna come back a little better this time. Gamrot versus Ribovics. This is another good fight. Gamrot coming off that loss versus Charles Oliveira. Got submitted in Brazil. And Ribovics is coming off a fight versus a bunch of nobodies. So he beat Zellhuber in a split decision. We saw last time Zellhuber's shit. So give me Gamrot. This card almost seems too easy. Like, I almost want to parlay this whole card together, because it seems like there's gonna be some, like, Yuri. I don't see him losing at all. Josh Van. Yeah, I'll probably stay away from that one. Beneil, probably stay away. But like Gamrot, like there's some big fights that it's almost they're trying to give these guys layups. Curtis Blades, Josh Hokett. If Curtis Blades cannot fucking beat Josh Hokett in this fight, we're doomed. Curtis Blades, what, he's ranked 4th, yeah. 4th ranked Curtis Blades, unranked Josh Hokett. Josh has beat, I think he beat up a bag of potato chips, and then he beat up a desk chair. Yeah, he's fought literal trash cans, and luckily, I complained about him getting this fight, but the heavyweight division is so shit, and I don't think we need to see Josh Hokett fight 3-4 times just to get this Curtis Blades fight. He got it. He's going to be entertaining on the mic. He's going to talk a lot of shit, but I just think that the lack of experience is going to bite him back. Kurt, he's going to, coming off a win versus Kuniev. Not that great of a win. Split decision. Yeah. I mean, Blades really hasn't beat anybody lately. Jonathan Almeida, I guess. I mean, he's cut from the UFC for a reason. Tom Aspinall, we saw that went. Not going to talk too much. This fight was just a little too comfortable for me to feel super confident in Josh Hokett. Kuniev, if my memory serves me correct, Kuniev was the better grappler in that match. Kurt won. He had some switches where he was controlling on the ground and pound, but it was a blob fest at the end of the day. Josh Hokett, not a blob. Was in the NFL. He's an athlete. Could be a trap fight. I like Curtis though. I like the vetness that he can bring. So we'll move on. Up next, we got Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. Kevin Holland. I want to bet on him. He's just lost to Mike Malott. Randy Brown, big dude. Coming off, he lost to Brian Battle. Wish he was still in here. Yeah. He's losing decisions and he's winning by KOs. I don't see him KOing Kevin Holland. So quick pick. I'm going to go with Mr. Holland. Don't fuck me, Kevin. And we'll move on. We got a PFL featured fight. Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. Two guys that the UFC was trying to push. And they fell off the cliff. Pico coming off a nasty spinning elbow KO. He hasn't fought in like 6-7 months, something like that. And Patricio Pitbull finally got a win in the UFC versus nobody. Oh, damn. Yeah. My bad. He did beat Danny Ige. But damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Yair fight, it was competitive. I think he just pissed down his leg, to be honest. Yair's annoying as shit. Oh my gosh, he just needs to book a fight versus Diego Lopez so we can see him get chinned. But Patricio Pitbull and Pico surprisingly haven't fought before in the PFL. Ooh. Yeah, Pico's a bigger guy. I think his striking's better. He has 0 leg inches, so that's something to look out for. He's got 0 inches on his legs, so he's strictly ankles and feet. So watch out. Thank you UFC for the information on Aaron Pico. But he is the bigger dude. His takedown defense isn't as good as Pitbull's takedown offense. So unless he can keep this fight on the feet, I see Pitbull winning this fight. Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker. Double knockout. This is going to be a very goofy lightweight fight that Dominic Reyes should win. He just is getting off a KO loss versus, who was it? Old boy. Carlos Ulberg. First round knockout. Not great for the Dominic Reyes watch. He was trying to go on a title run. I know he wanted the White House card. Not happening, buddy. We're giving you Johnny Walker. How about that? I mean, yeah, he beat the Lionheart. I mean, yeah, I knew for a fact Dominic Reyes was not going to be back into the title picture. He could, a big win right here could be a devastating loss for Johnny Walker. Huh? But I mean, these guys are both chinny as shit. Somebody's getting knocked out. Hammer the under. Somebody's going down. Johnny Walker, the bigger guy, but he's also the goofier guy. I could see Johnny Walker KOing Dominic Reyes with a flying knee, something like that. I could see Johnny Walker just overpressuring, and we're going to see another Dominic Reyes step back straight right, and he's going to put out Johnny Walker. So, yeah, somebody's going out. I'm leaning towards Dominic Reyes on this, but yeah. Mirzakadov, Paulo Costa. I saw Paulo Costa weighed in at 245. That's huge. I'm leaning towards him until he pulls out. But Yeah, I think Alzamat is um, just too fat. He's a blob. He's on a, what, 4-fight win streak? 3-fight win streak. He beat Alexander Rakic. Dog shit. I'm so sick of Rakic being in. He's probably going to get cut next. Or they need to give him a layup fight. But I think Paulo Costa is going to use lighter man skill here. I think it's a dangerous fight for Alzamat Mirzakadov. And yeah, that's all I'm going to speak about on that one. Give me Paulo. Probably decision. Tatiana Suarez. Let's go for that. Cub Swanson. Go for him. Holy fat. I mean, jeez, boys. It looks like they Photoshop his shit. He just looks stretched out. Pause. Kevin Gastelum versus Venite Luque. I'll break down the rest of these fights. Oh, Christopher Alvarez, or whatever you say, Big Chris Quissy. This guy has fists. I watched him in the Contender Series. This guy can scrap. So put currency on him. First round knockout versus Prado. Never heard of him. Francisco. I like that name, Francisco. I like him getting knocked out though. But yeah, this is a great card. This is one of the best cards we've had announced in I don't even know when. So great card. Good to see a good Miami card. Good to see Yuri out there. And yeah, after that, I'm pretty sure it was a shit event. Yep. Gilbert Burns and Mikey. We're gonna go see Mikey, boys. What? Mikey Malott. Yeah. No one asked to see this. Like, these these main events, these don't need to be booked. Like, Mike Malott, Gilbert Burns, Chris Duncan Moicano. I would not be surprised if they're on a prelim of a numbered event. I don't understand how they're hosting fight nights. I get Mike Malott. They're going to Canada. They want the boy. Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. We got Melissa Croden and Daria fighting. We got Jasmine and Karine fighting. I mean, this card's a banger. The Canadians are getting blessed. The Canadian lads need to write a letter to Uncle Dana for that. Brady Buckley. Talked about this one. Good fight. None of the cards out yet. Yeah, I like that. All right, they don't want to show my boy, so we're going to have to go over here. Where is it? All right. Well, looks like I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Jaidi Mate. Carlos Prates versus Jack Della Maddalena. I mean, damn, can I get a picture of it? Here we go. All right. Apologies. I'll edit that out. This is a banger fight. CP versus JDM in Perth. You know who we're riding with. We're going with Carlos Prates, the Nightmare, the Mr. Muay Thai on the chest. I'm scared for this fight. JDM, I think, is I don't think he's a better striker, but I think that his overall boxing with defense and mixing in takedowns, I think that's a very dangerous matchup for Carlos Prates. But I think if we see Carlos go into this event like we did his last fight versus Leon, where he just looked cool. Like you could just tell he was ready to go. And like versus Ian Gary, you could tell he felt the pressure. He knew that could have been a title eliminator. But I think he's just, as long as he goes in with the mindset like you're fighting not in your hometown, you're fighting in someone else's hometown. You are potentially a fight away from the belt, which, ooh, that'd be a shame to see Islam versus Protest. But yeah, this is a great fight. I'm sure the card's gonna have a couple more good featured Australians. Maybe a little Quillen Salkill, yeah? You get Quillen in there. Yeah, I can't think of any other Australian mates right now, but this is a banger fight. What else? Ali Abdelaziz. Islam Makhachev, his manager said that there's a big name coming up. I really, really hope this isn't a Kamaru Usman. Nobody wants to see that. Michael Morales would be an amazing fight. I feel like Ian Gary, he's in the cuck chair right now, and I know he likes that. He likes sitting over in that chair, so he's just gonna watch these boys fight, even though he just beat the #1 contender, beat Carlos Prates. Carlos is now fighting the #1 contender. So I don't really trust anything Ali says, but I'm hoping that this is not Kamaru Usman. Morales would be a way more entertaining fight. Ian Gary, I wouldn't mind to see that's an entertaining fight too. I'm ready. He needs more time. Imagine being #1 pound for pound fighter and needing more time. So yeah, I think that about does it. Yeah. So yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Great fights. UFC 227 or 327. We needed that. That's a great card. Name wise, like there's a lot of big names. Paramount really needs to push this card because they got all the superstars on it. But check out the other videos. Check out the worst year. Big Josh and Kurt. Check out my picks for Holloway, Oliveira. Check out my White House card. Pereira. He's obviously not fighting for the lightweight, and I think he's getting that John Jones fight. It's either going to be him versus Cyril Gane for an interim or him versus John Jones. I don't think that they're going to jump him to fight Tom Aspinall over Cyril Gane. Could happen though, but I think they like Alex. I think Paramount likes the John Jones fight, and that could be announced for the White House. Could be announced for 328. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in though. Make sure you check out the other vids. And yeah. Shit. God bless.